Hi guys, Adventurous Allotment here. I haven't been around much lately. I just thought I'd give you an update. As we've had the first frost this winter, it's kind of everything has sort of like taken a hit. It was only about -3, I think, -3 to -4 here. It was quite a harsh frost for recent times, but yeah, I just thought I'd tell you how everything's going. So it's definitely not like the previous year when there was a long stretch of cold that caused untold amounts of damage, and everyone was in the same boat. So basically, yeah, obviously it hasn't been like that. So, but there still has been quite a bit of damage to like tender herbaceous kind of plants like the bananas, but we'll come to that in a minute. So, as you can see, the Chilean guava is never ever going to get any sort of damage from the odd night at like -4. So yeah, as you can see, that's fine. It's recovered quite well since last winter anyway. And then like basically just as you would expect, the seasonal, still got some figs hanging on, but they're all frost damaged and they wouldn't come to anything anyway, so I will remove them in due course and get rid of them. So there's no point in them hanging on the tree. Got some obviously geranium, gonna have to get rid of that because it's just competing. I said that last time. I need to actually go ahead and get rid of it, put it somewhere else, because we don't want it competing. But you can see that the actual the Azores blueberry is actually making some progress on its growth with these 2 branches, and that should also continue next year, hopefully. We've got the pineapple guava, no real fruit on them this year, although there's one developing here, funnily enough, that wasn't that well developed, as you can see, but it's probably a bit too late for it now, because it is of course already December. If we didn't get a frost, maybe we might get a small fruit into January. It has happened before, but there's only that one that I can see really. Obviously no damage on it because it hasn't been cold enough, but there you go. So it's doing okay, it's just a bit wet, but it's recovered well since last winter. Took a bit of damage on the tips, but other than that, it didn't do too badly. Other than that, a lot of this has been cleared out for the winter. That's like the things like the 4 o'clock flower, and the there was something else. Agropanthus obviously been cut back in all of them. You can see there the lantana took a hit. Obviously it's never going to tolerate -3 above ground very well. You can see here the yuzu, no problem again. Just one night of -5, it's not a problem. It's when you start getting the repeated nights where it's like -5, that's like last winter, that's the problem. So that will be fine for now, as long as it stays relatively mild, as it has been the last few nights compared to last week. And then the herbs there, and then of course, as we were saying, the things like the bananas, of course, are going to get hit by this. Even the stems in most cases are mushy, so they'll be back to the ground. You don't really expect cold here like this early, but that's the way it is. So they'll be cut back to the ground. Also, the cordyline that was coming back seems to be hit. You can tell that by the green foliage in the middle. That's usually a death sign for that particular rosette of leaves. So, but some of the ones lower down that were sheltered were okay. Interestingly, the Cuphea cyaneum, which is this plant here, hasn't been affected by the frost. It's a strange one because usually -3 would be. It looks sad, but usually -3 would take it back to the ground completely. But it seems to have weathered this storm for now, but it won't be long till the next frost comes and takes that to the ground. So basically, yeah, these also these daisies here, they're the Sonchus fruticosus. They've been hit obviously by the frost, but the stems seem pretty tough, so I think they'll be okay for now. I'll leave all this dead and frost damaged foliage to hang down, because it's one way that the stems will get through the winter, as long as it's not too repetitive or deep in terms of frost. The Brugmansia, again, to be expected, is that we did have one flower before this happened, so Nice to see it flowering again. Didn't have any last winter because of the frost, of course. Moving along, the Tetrapanax is an interesting one. So the leaves have been they've been damaged a bit by I think it was about -4, the leaves, so looking a bit wilted. But interestingly, the flowers, the emerging flower heads don't seem to have been affected, but one more frost will probably see them off too. Other than that, there's nothing there. The Luma apiculata in front of me, that's okay. The Euphorbia mellifera is growing back from last year's frost zapping. And yeah, everything's okay. Just the usual suspects that have been checked back, of course. And interestingly, the peach, the foliage didn't get hit that bad, given the situation. I thought the peach would get hit bad. I mean, peach usually loses its leaves by this point. It is December. It's a bit odd that it's still got its leaves, because they usually drop them, but it should do by about January, I think. So yeah, those leaves will be gone soon, but they haven't really been damaged by the frost, which is I thought they would be, to be honest. Other than that, I've moved some plants in, so because of the frost, I think they got hit by the frost. The strawberry guava, for example, I'll show you I'll show you this strawberry guava now. It was hit a bit by the frost, so its leaves have gone dark, but the stems are fine. Yeah, so you can see that red colouring. That's usually a frost damage situation, but it's quite healthy. The stems are still good. Citrus, no problem, just a bit nutrient deficient. And then all the other plants that I've got, apart from the Aeonium, which took a hit but is okay at the stem, every other plant seems to be alright. So as long as the frost stays away, that's fine. So that's it really. That's all I've got for you today, other than the old maintenance of cutting things back, and like the grapevine, now it's dormant, and other things besides. That should be it. That's it really. That's the update. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and hopefully I'll be back soon. I'll do a video hopefully in the next few weeks to show you what sort of maintenance I'm doing to the allotment. Now it's winter. Anyway, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again for another video. Ta-ra!